I helped 6 guys to gain weight, and currently I have been doing the same thing for other 3 guys. Most of them were not talented, but they all made it. And so if you think you need some good genetics or blessings in this world in order to make some gains, in this video I'm gonna explain the reason why most skinny guys never make it and what my clients all did that made them different, so that you would understand you can do it too, bro, if you follow the exact system. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bách Đỗ. I help guys gain weight and strength, becoming bigger and stronger. Lately, my weight has gone up from 55 to more than 70 kilograms. The biggest reason why I would say most skinny guys never make it when it comes to gaining weight is that they are overcomplicating this situation. There are so many aspects that they are focusing on. It is like self-improvement, which is too broad, okay? For example, myself, I used to learn about how to train, how to eat well properly, and then how to talk to girls, how to make money, how to sleep well, etc. I was too spread thin. After realizing that shit, I started to focus on the main 3 pillars. And if I know that if I only do this, I will not fail. Okay? The very first one is training. Now, when it comes to training, the reason why most skinny guys fail is that they are having some workout methods which are not effective. Me included, I was having excessive exercises, to be honest. I was doing so many exercises targeting the same muscle within a typical session. I did even do something that didn't align with my goal, like doing some martial arts training at the end of every single session for the first few months. Also, my clients, they used to train or do something or work out, have a workout routine which wasn't optimal. They wasn't trained to failure. Barely any approaches to progressively overload. They were just training whatever they felt suitable without knowing the target, knowing the goal, knowing how heavy the last time they were doing. So here is what I prescribe for them when it comes to training. Really simple, a normal workout plan or workout program for them. Usually 3 to 5 times per week, mainly push-pull, leg push-pull. And if some guys are that, a bit better, I would incorporate some forms of cardio, mainly running, or at least some kind of walking at the end of each session. Also some abs exercises to make their abs and lower back healthy. The only difference from their previous program is the type of exercises. I made them focus on free weight and calisthenics, and that's it, rather than also machines, cables, and spammy cardio. No, if you want to lose fat as well, you have to make sure free weight and calisthenics on point first, and then after that you can do some other stuff. What I would do different, which myself I have been doing till now, and I'm gonna apply for my clients in the next coaching period. And in fact, I have been coaching 3 other guys and I'm doing the same thing for them. 5-day cycle plan: pull workout, rest day, push workout, leg workout, and then rest, and then just repeat that cycle over and over again. And I would incorporate some abs training and form of cardio, as I said before, onto one of those 2 rest days, mainly the first one. Maximum 2 exercises per big muscle group: pulling muscle, pushing muscle, or leg muscle. But for leg muscle, it will be a bit different because there are 4 subparts of this, I would say, including glutes, hamstrings, calves, and quads. So there will be at least 4 exercises, and that's it, not more than that. There are 2 main progressively overload methods. The first one is for the body weight, which would basically include 4 sets of 55% of the maximum reps they can do in a row per exercise. And another one would be a weighted method, progressively overload method for weighted exercises, including 2 sets of 10 reps for the first set and 15 reps for the second set, and that's it per exercise. No drop set, no other bullshit or shiny things. And when it comes to rest time, they would have 5 to 7 minutes rest between sets or exercises. Yes, it is that much. So what? That's how they can progress in the next set and even in the next session. That's how I have been seeing the progress of myself every single session that I have done. And minimum 4 rest days, or until the muscle group, which is supposed to work maybe today, it must feel ready and no sore. One important thing is to track every single workout by writing down the weights of the exercises or the hardest variation that they have been able to do in the today's session, so that in the next one they would know they need to do as well. That is the first pillar, training. The next one is nutrition. Regarding this, the first reason why skinny guys, most of them cannot make it regarding making some gains, is that they do not eat enough. Where is the proof of they having been eating a lot? None. Because I guarantee that if they eat more than yesterday and maintain that plan for at least 1 week, the weight will increase. Even some grams still count. But here, they do not even track anything. And I'm talking from my own experiences. I wasn't doing that shit, but I thought I had been eating a lot. Because I was one of the last few guys, or even the last guy, to finish his meal at the end of every single dining sessions for nearly a month, every single day like that. Okay, and I got even some more food from other table brought to me because they thought that, oh, I was eating that much. But then, no weight did increase, just maintain. I was having basically a maintenance diet plan. Crazy. But yeah, another reason is that most skinny guys are eating like shit, which would make them or create them an illusion of getting full. They would think that, oh, I have been eating so much, which is bullshit as fuck. That's why they cannot eat more, and that's why there will be no fucking gains, and that's why there will be a lot of health problems, and maybe they will die soon, and they wouldn't be able to finish the goal right now. So how I did for my clients is to make them a clear diet plan, what and how much they need to eat throughout a typical day from the morning until evening, including or covering all of their meals per day. And my clients, they gave me the feedback they didn't have to think much about the diet plan anymore. They just had what is assigned to them beforehand, what was assigned to them. One important thing is to wait every single day. That is the least thing you, me, and those guys have to do. Some kind of tracking tool like that. Because the number on the scale will show us that we need to eat more or not, whether we need to eat more or not from the next day onwards. And most of the cases here is yes, you need to do that shit. Okay, so just basically weight yourself every single day and then track the weight over 1 week. See if it has increased around 0.1 or 0.2 maximum kilograms. If more than that, you are just gaining some fat. Okay, just learn this from my own mistake. I was gaining that fast. However, till now I just realized I was making a lot of gains with fat. Okay, not a lot of that muscle. So bear that in mind. Of course, I was training hard, but the muscle, the number or amount of muscle was increasing along with that of fat. That is what I mean here. So just 0.1 to 0.2 kilograms per week. That will be really fine. Most of the time, you won't get depressed looking at the fucking scale, because it shows you the fucking number, the same number or even lower than that. But you still have to do it. This is the least one, the minimum one you need to do. Another thing that I have been doing recently is to track the calories and the amount of protein that I have per day. This is so important. I cannot stress this or emphasizes much more. If you have the condition, or you know, yeah, the condition to do this, just do this. By having MyFitnessPal app for free on your fucking phone, or even on laptop, on your computer, and buy one kitchen scale to scale your fucking food in terms of gram. That's it. It is so easy. I used to think it would be so complicated, but now it is easy. And then, after looking at the scale, after looking at the fucking amount of macros just being the same every single day, not surplus in anything, you will be so motivated, more motivated than ever to eat more. Last but not least, let's talk about the third pillar, which is accountability. Most skinny guys wouldn't be able to follow the plan consistently. Remember that word, consistently, which means maybe to some guys it will be every single day, like I did beforehand. And even when they have the best workout and diet plans, if they are not that disciplined enough to adhere by those plans, they will be on for several days and then off, stop. They're just gonna end up nowhere near the goal. And you will be that shit as well if you're making the same mistake. Those guys would have a really destructive thought, is that skipping is fine because they haven't seen any loss in the muscle yet. And then they would see that, oh, it's fine. But no. So for my clients, they would have to do weekly check-in from me with a photo of their body and a photo of their weight, so that I can progress, track with them, alongside with them, just basically work with them and adjust the plans suitably, accordingly. And we used to have 2 coaching calls per week, but now I will have only 1. That's it. And there used to be, even now, there are some days that I have to do some confrontation as well as reminder via text, voice, even calls, emergency calls, to make sure they finish the fucking job. And even though fitness is not the first priority of most of them, while their work, study, and social life are, they would have no other choices but to finish the program to save their face and save their promise as well. Because on the very first day, even on the onboarding call, we agreed upon that call is that we have to do this, you have to do this, and I have the responsibility to do this. And if you don't, I cannot make sure the output, the outcome. Okay? That's it. Really simple. Myself, how do I keep myself accountable? Really simple. On YouTube like this. You are the one holding me accountable, bro. I'm telling you, many other skinny guys out there, that you have to do this, you gotta do the fucking hard way, especially when you don't feel like it. You gotta be disciplined, you gotta be consistent. But what if I do not walk the walk? What if I do not do that same shit that I'm talking to you? Even talking to my clients, telling my clients they have to do that shit? I will be regarded as a bitch, right? So I have no other choices as well to follow my own advices. And recently I texted my people who know me about the coaching business as well. So there are again no other choices but to do that same thing every single day. Follow the path that I tell everybody else, oh, I'm doing this. And there's one mindset that I really love. Do what is required. I have been bearing this shit with me along this journey for maybe 2 years, I would say. Just be a fucking man, bro. Do what you say. And if you decide to do it, go all in. Lock the fuck in. If something is worth doing, it's worth doing it well. That's what I want to tell you, bro. Hopefully, you have learned something from this and got something to apply onto your own situation and get better, bro. I would love to see your transformation. That's it. Goodbye.